This is the main page for WeBWorK in the Math Stats department at the University of New Brunswick. To log in, select your course from the list. Your username will be your UNB assigned ID, all lowercase, and your password is initially set to be your student number. You can change your password by clicking the password email button. The main page, Homework Sets, lists all the assignments. In this demo course, there's two: past homework, which we'll come back to towards the end of the video, and current homework, which is now open with the specified due date. Let's have a look. You see a list of problems. Scrolling down, you see there are 11 of them. For each problem, there is a column with the number of attempts that you've tried for the problem, the number of remaining attempts, what each problem is worth, and your score. Let's click on problem 1. We see some text and some input boxes. So you will enter your answers in boxes like this. This particular question illustrates, among other things, that WeBWorK is versatile in how it interprets answers. So if the answer is 16, I can enter that as 15 plus 1, or 8 times 2, or 19 minus 3. WeBWorK will accept all of those. Here we see a Preview Answers button. When we click on that, it does not count as an attempt at the problem. We use that just to see that WeBWorK is going to interpret our input the way we want it to. Here you can see WeBWorK has actually done some calculations automatically. So it says 15 plus 1, well, it does the computation, that's 16. When you're feeling ready and confident, you can click Submit Answers. That will give you a score for the problem, and it will one attempt. There we see we have 3 correct and then the 4 incorrect that we didn't attempt at all. We see some text that may be helpful. At least one of the answers above is not correct. It doesn't tell us which one. In general, 4 of the questions remain unanswered. You can log out and come back to your assignment at a later time. All of your previous work will be saved. When I click on Current Homework now, I see I have done 1 attempt at problem 1. I have 4 attempts remaining. And I can also click on Grades here in the left, and that will show me all problems for all homework sets, and I can keep track of my marks that way. There is a helpful list of functions and symbols that WeBWorK understands. It's well worth it to read through this list and look for some helpful tips and tricks. So for example, here, note 1/2x is evaluated from left to right and means 1/2 x, which might not have been what you meant. Here's another helpful thing to note. Don't enter 2/4 plus 5, which WeBWorK will interpret as 5.5, when what you really want is 2 divided by 4 plus 5 in the denominator, or 2 over 9. When in doubt, use parentheses. It also goes over order of operations and constants and how to enter some common functions. When entering decimal numbers, it's a good idea to keep 5 or more digits after the decimal place. Rather than rounding this to 0.693, keep more decimal places. Scrolling down to the bottom, you can generate a PDF. You see it. Go back to the Homework Sets page and look at Past Homework. This assignment is closed. It says Answers Recently Available. When an assignment is past its due date, you can no longer submit answers for credit to be scored and recorded, but you can still access the problems and try them. If I click on problem 1 now and I scroll down to the bottom, I see this box has appeared, Show Correct Answers. Now when I click Check Answers, I see a column here that tells me the correct answers. That can be useful for going over problems that you had trouble with in the past. Clicking Check Answers does not affect your recorded answers or scores for past assignments.